the idea that an 8-year-old child or a 10-year-old child decides, I decided I want to be transgender. That's what I think I'd like to be. It'll make my life a lot easier. There should be zero discrimination. And what's happened.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dotch. I hope that you are having a good Monday. Today I wanted to get on to talk about this disgraceful president. Okay, this man, from the beginning of 2020, I knew that he should not be president, because of what the Lord was revealing to me about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I was not the type of person who would be like, so consumed with politics. But what the Lord was showing me as I was growing in my relationship with God, I was just trying to invite the Lord in like every area of my life. And so I started to, ask and just seek the Lord about like, who should I, vote for. And I felt like, I knew that the Lord was saying to me to like, don't vote based on like the culture or like what everybody else, is saying. Look into it for yourself. And so as I was being led, by God to just look more into Joe Biden and his belief systems, and Kamala as well, the Lord started to reveal to me like Jezebel and Ahab. And at the time he was teaching me about Jezebel and Ahab in the Bible. And so as I began to study more the Word of God, the Lord started to show me like these two had this Jezebel influence that will deceive children and pass laws that will affect women and children. And so as the Lord was showing me this, I became more and more convinced that he should not be president. And when I tell you, he has proven the revelation that God has given me. The reason why I said this is because over these past few years, he has done so much damage to influence children into this agenda of sexual immorality and idolatry. This is what we saw Jezebel and Ahab do in the Bible, lead the people of Israel into idolatry, into sexual sin. And Jesus talks about this in Revelation chapter 2 verse 20. And so as the Lord had just been teaching me and giving me more revelation about them, I just really over the past 3 years have seen the revelation of what God was saying. And see, this is what happens when we don't walk with God and we don't pray, we don't read the Bible. We don't realize that we're living out Bible prophecies. We're living out, deception that's in the world. And so I was just looking at how he has been promoting just pushing this LGBT community agenda. And from the beginning, that's all the Lord was showing me, like that was his main that was his main agenda, is to like push those laws into the land. And what he has done is so much damage, to influence the children. Like, God is not pleased with this man at all. I was just looking at a video that he did. He was talking about how, he was telling at the White House, he was telling the LGBT community how they are made in the image of God and how he has their back, and how they deserve to be recognized and heard. And so he is deceived, and he's deceiving many into believing that these people, we are all made in the image of God, but that doesn't mean that God is okay with us sinning against him. And these people, they're literally celebrating sin. They're literally celebrating living in idolatry, choosing their own way against God. And this is how you know that they don't know God and they don't know the Bible. And so they're just celebrating deception in their culture, the cultures of the world. And so I'm just like, totally just shocked at how every year he makes these big, celebrations at the White House for this community, and for anything else he does not go out of his way to push the issue. When you have when a country has a wicked leader, wicked leadership, God brings judgment on these people and on the country, because the people are coming into agreement with deception that's happening in wickedness that's happening in their leadership. Joe Biden and Kamala are supporting something that is against God, and they try to use God and use love and things like that, but God is a God of love, but God hates sin, and it's no getting around that. They try to use the word love for everything to justify their sin, but God is saying that I love my creation, but I hate sin. And so they want to, and then they use this agenda. It's idolatry, because they believe those lies and they use it to push their agendas forward. Meaning, they say, oh, God is love, so you're supposed to just love people. Yeah, we can love you, but we also got to stand for truth. Like, we also have to stand up against evil. So don't use the love of God as an excuse to sin, because that's basically what they doing. And so you have this president that's leading a country, leading a generation of children into confusion and chaos, and to ultimately castrate boys and attack the agenda of a woman, where everybody is wondering what a woman is, when God and I already told us what a woman and a man is. And so now he's led the entire country, and they are trying to push this same chaos into other nations, but it's other nations that are standing up against this ideology, this false message, this false prophet teachings, Jezebel teachings. These are false prophets. Jezebel was a false prophet, and we see that same spirit operating in the leadership in America. And so, you guys, I just wanted to show you this, because this is the world that we're living in, and this is why God will bring judgment on the leadership and on the country, because people are celebrating wickedness against children. What we can do now is continue to pray, stand up and be bold, and speak up for righteousness, and speak against evil, and stand up against these people like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. God bless you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.